It's the perfect business. The perfect
evil business.
Why gamble on cryptocurrencies when you can own the crypto casino? Why dig for gold
when you can sell shovels?
Why not own something like the Rollbit coin? Why not own a piece of an online crypto casino that tends to grow over time? Look at this, the deposits on Rollbit over time, they are steadily increasing. Or how about this? The number of unique depositors, so the people that are depositing, also trending rather upwards. This video is different. This is not a video just shilling the Rollbit coin. There are some things to like, yes, but there are also some very, very
ugly
sides of a Rollbit investment. Here, this is what all the other analyses are talking about. The tokenomics of Rollbit, the token burn. So there's revenue generated by this online casino, and with the revenue or parts of that revenue, Rollbit coins get burned. So you're becoming a stakeholder in that casino. Here's what the white paper is saying. There are 3 different kinds of product, and depending on what product you use, a different fraction of the revenue gets then used to burn the token, the Rollbit token. And the current statistics are very visible on the website. $180,000 worth of the Rollbit token got burned in the last 24 hours. In the last month, it was $5.6 million worth of the token. Now, doesn't this sound all incredibly
awesome?
On the face of it, it does sound very nice. You buy pretty much a share in a business that's very, very stable. You get tokens burned every time when there is revenue in that business. There are not a lot of crypto coins with that much of a backing. But here comes the catch. On the face of it all, it looks very solid. You go on Etherscan, you do see the burn transactions. This is an automatic burn. Every hour tokens get burned. And as said, a lot of influencers are very pro Rollbit. Miles Deutscher, for example, over here quoting the ever increasing revenue. RLB might be a good buy according to him. And so the number of holders is also going up. It's such a big deal that even CoinDesk writes dedicated articles just on that token burn. YouTubers make sophisticated Excel sheets, try to put that token burn in relation to the current market cap. So when everything's so great, why did the token drop by almost 50% in the last month? And why is the token not listed on a lot of centralized exchanges? Why do you have to buy this on decentralized exchanges? It is still such a small project. Of course it's not. You just have to dig a little bit deeper into the technical details, and then you find the big bomb shell. Look at this little pie chart over here. This is the holder distribution of the Rollbit coin. And what are those 2 big blue pieces over here? It's the deployer wallet and it's the hot wallet. The price can go down that much because the RLB that's actually being traded is a tiny fraction compared to what the Rollbit team calls the circulating supply. The Rollbit team considers treasury and hot wallet holdings as circulating. Let's do some quick math together. As said, Rollbit is mainly traded on decentralized exchanges, so we can look at the liquidity pools. We can see how much is actually being actively traded. The first liquidity pool has 3.1 million. So half of that is wrapped Ethereum, the other half is RLB token. So really measured in RLB, only half of that is circulating in that pool. So 1.5 million roughly. Another 1.1 million worth of the token over here. Another liquidity pool here, 1.1 million. So we are now at 1.5 plus 2.2. That's 3.7 million worth of the coin. Another 800,000 worth of the coin here. So circulating, open for trading on Ethereum. There's another small fraction on Solana, but the main trading happens on Ethereum. It's 4.6 million worth of the coin. Now Rollbit is currently at 11.9 cents. So we've got 38 million roughly of Rollbit coins circulating really in the liquidity pools. So let's say you were to sell roughly $1 million worth of that coin, a bit more than that. Then you would have slippage of 15% across all decentralized exchanges. 15% slippage. That means you would be moving the price by roughly double of that. 30. Because this is how centralized exchanges work. You buy only one token, you get it pretty much at market price. Now you buy more and more of those tokens, you dry up the liquidity pools and the price goes up. So the very last token that you buy is way more expensive than the first token that you buy. When you now buy a lot of tokens and you get slippage of 15%, then the average price for what you bought is 15% more expensive than the market price. But the last token that you bought, right, during this buying spree, the last token was 30% more expensive than the very first one you bought. So the average is 15% more expensive. Overall, though, you're moving the market by 30%. The next person that buys has to pay a price that's 30% more or less, depending on what direction the slippage is. In other words, you only need to sell 1 million worth of the token in order to move the price by 30%. Isn't that funny for a project that has a market cap of almost 400 million? How can 1 million worth of sell pressure move the price by 30%? The market cap is 400 million. The reason is the treasury, and this is where it becomes way more sinister. Remember those pretty burned transactions that I just showed you, right? Every hour tokens get burned. Well, what about diving deeper and looking at what does the treasury do during this time? Because the tokens get burned from that hot wallet, but there's so many tokens in the treasury and they could influence the price, right? They dominate the price pretty much. Look at this. Here we've got transfers from the treasury to the hot wallet. And look at those amounts and look at this timing. Within the last 1.5 months roughly, we got around about 200 million worth of the Rollbit token moved from the treasury to the hot wallet. 200 million. Compare this to the burn in the last 30 days. So not 1.5 months, but 30 days, but still the burn was 36 million. Much less. The token burn doesn't mean a single thing. If a multiple of that amount gets transferred from that huge treasury to the hot wallet regularly, the burn marketed on this website, I think, is 100%
Fake.
What matters is the net issuance, how much is really circulating. It's not treasury dollars that are circulating. It's the tokens in the liquidity pools that are circulating. And there aren't many of those tokens, right? Remember the slippage? This is the exact same game that Hex was playing. Your tokens appreciate, be it due to this burn mechanism, or for Hex it was due to token inflation. You get more holdings over time, but this doesn't mean anything if there's a central entity that holds the vast majority of coins and that manipulate the price massively. I found another very interesting video on Rollbit on YouTube, and I want to show you parts of that video. But before showing you that video, feel free to join our Telegram. The link is also down below. So here we go, interesting details on the pump and dump scheme of Rollbit.
The pump and dump of Rollbit coin. It all starts with Gainsey tweeting that he has bought 400,000 worth of Rollbit on March 17th. Because the purchase is so significant, once again, the same detective Grizzly Trades was able to trace the transactions to this address. The amount and date matches up. On another occasion, Gainsey posted on Twitter a purchase of 200,000K of Rollbit. The date and amount once again matches with the activity of this address. With this evidence, it's definitive that this Sol address belongs to Gainsey. Now, on Rollbit, there's a feature called Coin Mixer, where you can deposit your Rollbit to your Rollbit account and then withdraw it to other addresses. This is the same process that went on for Tornado Cash, in which the developer was arrested and was recently released after 6 months of detention and not brought up on any charges. Guys, this is really shady stuff. Gainsey would consistently purchase Rollbit with Solana, then deposit it to the intermediary wallet for his Rollbit account with this address. Note that this address is credited directly to his Rollbit account and only his, so he uses Rollbit as a place to store his Rollbit before withdrawing it. But to whom? Well, he would withdraw it to this address and then proceed to sell all the coins. The reason we can link this wallet to Gainsey is because he made a tragic mistake. On March 18th, Gainsey sent 200,000 of Sol to the known address to another address that is specifically linked to his Rollbit account. He He would make this mistake with 8 other similar transactions, proving his control over both wallets. We can see he sold millions of Rollbit on March 18th, right after he advertised his $400,000 purchase. To witness the scope of this pump and dump scheme in all its glory, here are 2 screenshots that show the first wallet has purchased more than 45 million worth of Rollbit. He then sends from the first wallet where he sold 36 million plus of Rollbit tokens. It's just a cycle of buying Rollbit on the first wallet, tweeting about the purchase, sending to Rollbit, and then withdrawing Rollbit to another wallet where he market sells. And this went on for weeks. What's more disgusting is that he kept shilling the coin continuously, even just one day before dumping all of it. The Solana received from his dumps are always instantly sent back to his Rollbit deposit wallet. So it's clear that this is a collaborated scheme between him and the Rollbit team. We can see that during and after Gainsey's 2 biggest pump and dumps in March, the market became much weaker as a result. He had to sell at a loss, as price had already reached its peak for the next 2 months after Gainsey tried and failed to pump Rollbit token. But that didn't stop the pump and dump from continuing. In fact, even though the market in May is much stronger, the month saw the most aggressive selling for Rollbit in its history. You can tell this by the aggressive wicks which formed each day as the price tried to pump higher, preventing retail investors from profiting from price gains. Further screenshots appeared on the internet showing how Gainsey is still aggressively dumping his Rollbit coin. The way he defended himself is just hilarious. Gainsey didn't even mention any reasoning for dumping the coin. Instead, he just boasted about how much he made on those sells. Gainsey clearly doesn't think his fan base has any IQ to their names. The man kept saying, "My size is more than your bloodline," and that he made back the loss in 24 hours, like any of this is relevant to the fact that he is hard dumping the very coin he shilled. The very day after, Gainsey tweeted a cryptic tweet implying that only he shares the actual good stuff with close friends and shills the garbage to others. A confession in broad daylight, said with a smirk, absolutely shameless. It's clear that Rollbit and Gainsey have no regard for any kind of morals or ethics. Profit is the only thing they seek, and they don't mind lying to everyone to get it. This is beyond alarming. Big names in the crypto casino world can just get away with all this nonsense. We need to hold these casinos accountable for their actions, or else it will never end.
The link to the full video is in the video description, and join our Telegram.